Hi, I am here today to pay my last respects to a very dear person, my grandmother Vera Louise. For those of you who have known Lucy, you have known to love Lucy. You see, Lucy was an extraordinary human being. She would give you the shirt off her back, and she never met a stranger. Lucy loved to get together with her girlfriends and go on trips. She really enjoyed growing ferns. The White House Lake House was my all-time favorite place. This is where my grandparents lived. I remember spending many summers here with my cousins and all the tall, beautiful pine trees. If you've been to the lake house, you know it let in the most beautiful sunlight, just like Lucy's smile. She always had that huge pool table in the middle of the sunroom, surrounded by plants and plants. I remember Tom saying, "Now, Lucy, you have plenty of plants. We don't need any more." So what did Lucy do? She started taking plants and planting them in the garden. Boy, did she have an amazing green thumb. For some reason, I didn't get that gene. And I remember staying with Lucy and Tom, always eating cereal for dinner. That was her favorite. She would eat Raisin Bran, and I would have Frosted Flakes. Oh, the wood shop. What a paradise. Tom was very good at making furniture decorations from wood. The wood shop, my husband would have loved it. I remember him making me a step stool with my middle name on it, and I still use it to this day, and so do my kids. But all those good times shortly came to an end when Lucy became sick and Tom passed away. She tried to fight it and stay by herself, but the upkeep of the lake house was just too much. That is when the lake house had to sell and she had to move in with us in Kaufman. We lived on 5 acres with about 20 horses. You see, Lucy was diagnosed with leukemia. Her feet would hurt or ache. I remember her room being right across the hall from mine, and I could hear her rubbing her feet together just to help heal the pain. I couldn't help but think, you poor thing. I felt so sorry for her suffering. I was so excited my grandmother was living with us. This meant I could see her every day, especially when I would get home from school. We could play endless amounts of skip-bo and chicken foot. You know, looking back, I wish I would have spent more time with her. I am always so envious of people who still have their grandparents. Lucy ended up needing 24-hour care and had to be placed in a nursing home. On August 5th, 2005, will never be the same. I'd seen you take your last breath, and I still have that image implanted in my mind. Now, as we lay you to rest, I vow to make time for my loved ones. I will make sure my children spend as much time with their grandparents as possible. Unfortunately, this is our last vision of you, but I will not let it stop me from remembering the amazing times we had. I know you're not suffering anymore. Although I could see you one more day, you were a trooper, you were strong and courageous, and I am forever grateful to have been your granddaughter. Thank you.